Yes, sir. Yeah, recording. Yeah. So, Ryan, you were telling me what was it Friday?
Saturday.
Saturday.
No, it was Friday.
Yeah, Friday morning. I mean, we were coming down. I was getting ready to go right out and run some errands before work, and you told me about this kid who was a
CIT.
CIT. You can use the other line if you want. It's no big deal. And a CIT, for those who don't know, that's a counselor in training at the Camp Kesem camp, and that's a camp for kids who are, just like that. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. I'm good. This is for you. For kids whose parents have either have cancer or passed away from cancer or not. And that counselor in training, you told me, said he killed himself. And the counselor in training usually can be anywhere from a high school junior or senior all the way through a college student of any age. And you knew that guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know when you came downstairs, I was brushing my teeth in the bathroom. I was like, why is this kid talking to me so loud through the door? I'm trying to brush my teeth and get ready for work. And it caught me off guard because the only thing I got through the door and brushing my teeth and the sound of the electric toothbrush was suicide. I was like, what in the world? And you shared some stuff with me I thought was pretty awesome with what you thought about suicide and the whole concept of it. What do you think about that, if you would share?
So what I thought was, anyways, just to give a background about what happened, his camp name was Greyhound of my unit, and he was a very cool guy. I didn't know him that well since it was my first year meeting him, and we didn't meet him until maybe almost halfway through the week. But he was a pretty cool guy to talk to, and I just I didn't think that he would choose to take his own life. I found this out through my friends, through my other friends through camp. They sent me a picture that had a little description that says, it says, "Rest in peace. I love you forever and always. We will always have that special bond through Kesem, and you will always be in my heart. Suicide is a horrible thing, but may your kind soul be flooded in this bliss it deserves." I didn't know it. He was a really nice guy, but suicide to me is not a very good thing. Of course it's not, but I think of it as those people who think that they don't have anything or anyone to live for, really, and they've had so many people push them around, or they've had so many hard times in their lives that they just thought taking their own lives is the only choice or the only way to get rid of it all. To me, that's not what I think. I think as long as I have people who love me, people I can live for, and things I can live for, I will choose to keep living for as long as possible. And that's what I thought. I was hoping he was going to be able to do, with especially all my other friends. But it was very hard to deal with when I found this out. I was just blown away and shocked. Why would he do this? But anybody else who thinks or is thinking about suicide, I would suggest not to, because you all have somebody who loves you. You always have you have somebody to live for, because they want you to stay alive. Whether their person has passed away, I bet they still want you to live, whether or not they're with you or not, or whether they're with you or not. So I suggest you should talk to somebody you believe can help you, with what you're going through. Talk to the people, talk to some of your friends or family, or someone who you're close to. Talk to anyone, and they can try to help you not do this.
That's awesome, by the way. So have you ever had those thoughts of suicide and thoughts that you just couldn't make it, or you just were frustrated, just the heck with it, I don't want to do it anymore, I want to give up?
No, actually, I have not really had any thoughts of suicide, really. I get mad at times, but I don't get so mad where I want to like just kill myself and get rid of it. I know that like sometimes it's just I'm frustrated and I'm not like thinking straight, so like I just ride it out, wait till like the end of the day, and then wait for tomorrow.
And you find that works a lot, or do you, just riding it out? What do you do with those feelings that you have?
With the feeling, sometimes I'll express it in like other ways, like really like big hand signs, just like something like that.
Or beat up your brothers?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Evan, you're next. I don't think they can see you, but anyways. Yeah, I've never really thought about that. I've just been really letting myself go through the rest of the day. I mean, I'll still have it on my mind, but like throughout my day, something better is bound to happen. So, like basically leaving school, or like getting home to like play video games or something. Like after like school is over, I normally just like it always just leaves my mind because I'm doing something else. And if I'm focused on one thing, something else just leaves my head.
Gotcha. Turn your light up. You ever think about praying and telling God how you feel?
Yeah, I have a few times. It's just like, just help me with like, get rid of this frustration or sadness or whatever I was feeling that day.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel that talking to God, do you think God really listens, or it matters to him, or he cares?
I know it matters to him. I know he listens. I know he cares because he loves all of his children. He loves us so much that he sent his only son down to save us from our own sins. So I know that he loves us. I know that he cares. I know that he listens.
That's awesome. And that's true. That's true. Do you have anything that you would want to say specifically? Or do you know any of your friends that actually have felt like they've wanted to kill themselves, or even in past to me, you kind of even heard of, even in jokingly saying it?
I think one time, but I can't really remember it.
Gotcha. Well, if you had an opportunity to say something to someone who wanted to kill themselves, what would be the one thing that you would try to tell them?
I'd try to tell them, if you were to kill yourself, then you'd have so many people that loved you or cared for you or like really close to you. They'd all be devastated. So, I hope that you will continue to live for them or for anything else. As long as you have a reason to live, that's all I want you to have.
What if you find some people who don't think they have a reason to live? Like, okay, fine, mom died, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does that give us a reason not to live? I mean, I've had days when I just don't feel like doing it, I mean, that would be considered something that someone could use to think about, to not have a reason to live. What about even in those times? What do you think?
Well, even so, like as time passes, you'll eventually believe like, oh, this was meant to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like how when mom died, I've learned to deal with it. I've learned that it happened a while ago, at least 4 years ago. It was meant to happen. I'm okay with it now.
Yeah. That's good.
And if those who don't really have a reason to live, I would maybe like try to give them a few things that ask them like what they like or something like that, and maybe like use some of those things to give them a reason to live.
Now so with mom passing, you think that just kind of letting the years go on has helped you, or have you done anything else to help you get through that time? What has been some of the things that help you have gotten through this time without mom?
One is, yes, letting the years pass by, because normally it'll just leave my mind. And then another thing is, of course, Kesem, because there's so many people there that have gone through the same thing that we have, and it's just so amazing to have so many of them there to comfort me, or for me to comfort them if they have anything bad going on. It's just amazing to see all those people.
What about your youth group at church?
Yeah, well, so. I don't really talk to them about that much because, like, after a while, I just sort of forgot about it. So I haven't really mentioned it at all.
Oh, okay. But the youth group has done, I think, other things that have helped out a lot.
Yeah, they've done like so many fun activities that we've been able to go to. They like helped me strengthen my bond with God, like Pastor James or Pastor Aaron, and so many other people.
Yeah, you guys got a pretty awesome small group.
Yeah, like Mikey, Angel, CJ, AJ.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, we're headed to youth group right now. We're a little late. That's all right.
As long as I catch the message, I'll be fine.